Okay, I'm back. I had to switch to my phone because my laptop wasn't getting great internet reception, and the video wasn't loading the way it was supposed to. So, onto the Norwex mission. What makes it such a different direct selling company is its dedication to improving the quality of life through radically reducing chemicals in the household. And a fact that most people don't realize is in the last 50 years, over 86,000 new chemicals have come on the market. And out of those 86,000, only about 200 have actually been tested for safety and long-term effects. So most of the chemicals around us that we're being exposed to, we have no idea what those effects are. Another thing is sustainability. Only about 6.5% of plastic is actually recycled, and plastic doesn't go away. So Norwex has solutions for these two issues, and chemical exposure and sustainability. So that's what I love about being able to share this information with people. I also wanted to go over the technology of microfiber, Norwex's microfiber specifically. So to be considered microfiber, there's actually an industry standard. So if you take one strand of hair and you were to slice it lengthwise in 6 pieces, okay, so 1/6 of the diameter of a human hair is the minimum to be considered microfiber. Well, Norwex far supersedes that. It is 1/200th of a hair. Okay, now what does that mean? Why do we care? Well, the finer the fiber, the finer the places it's going to get into. So when you're sweeping over something, right, and you're going over the surface, these things are so tiny and so fine that they're really getting into places that most microfiber paper towels, whatever you're using, is not going to get into. So it's so you're going to get a more effective clean. The other thing that is so great about the Norwex microfiber is the density of it. I know you guys can't feel it out there, but if you took one Envirocloth, okay, this is kind of the flagship, or is the flagship product for Norwex. This is an Envirocloth. And you took the fibers and you unraveled them, it would stretch all the way from Canada down to Mexico. That's how much fiber there is. And then they fit it in this tiny, not tiny, but the small cloth. So you could see why the density is so important. And not only is it dense, it also is a star cut fiber, okay? So if you were to look at this, right? This is what most cotton and actually most microfiber looks like. It is round, okay? So it mainly pushes around particles. I mean, it will pick some up. It will definitely pick them up, but it mainly pushes them around, okay? Norwex, on the other hand, is star-shaped, okay? So you get much more surface area, and the other fibers next to it interlock into it. So as you push it around on the surface, right, these little gaps are opening and closing, almost like a vacuum, and pulling all of the contaminants, whatever you're trying to pick up, into these fibers and actually locking them in. Okay. Another feature of Norwex is what we call our backlock technology. And this has to do with the microsilver that's embedded into the fiber. Now, this isn't sprayed on, okay? This is actually embedded into it. So if you think of the polyamide and polyester fibers, which is what make up the cloth, and you think of it as coffee, and you think of the microsilver as creamer, they mix them together. And so they can't be taken apart. You're not going to wear off the microsilver. It's not going to go away as you clean. It's locked into the fiber, part of the fiber. Now, this is not nano silver, which is not that great for you. This is microsilver. And what that does is silver is antimicrobial. It's actually naturally antimicrobial. That's why back long ago, people who were wealthy used silver. They used silverware because it is self-purifying. And, teeth, right? We put silver on our teeth when we have caps. And so it's been a long known antimicrobial metal. So the way the cloth works, okay, is two things. Okay, you are going to clean up with the cloth, and you're going to clean up in a mechanical motion. Okay, remember I showed you this, right? So you're literally physically picking stuff up, okay? Because when you use things like I didn't have that out. This is based on what I call old-fashioned technology. This is based on chemical cleaning, okay? And what most people don't realize is that you're actually supposed to wet a surface for, I don't know how many minutes, upwards of 4 to 7 minutes, and to leave it standing before you actually wipe it up and before it's actually supposed to have any effect on any microbes on the surface that you're cleaning. Now, most of us don't do that. And in fact, for these wipes, they usually evaporate before it would even have an effect on anything. Okay, so that's chemical cleaning. The Norwex uses mechanical cleaning. Okay. Now, how the backlock comes into play is once you pick everything up with this cloth, the microsilver is actually going to have an effect on the bacteria. It's going to suffocate the bacteria. So that, and it takes about 24 hours to purify everything on here. It starts working right away, but to fully purify the cloth takes about 24 hours. So the great thing about that is when you go to use this again, you're not cross-contaminating your surfaces, right? If we use it and then we pick something up, the next time you go to use it, right, you're going to still have that stuff on there. Well, with Norwex, you don't have to worry about that, okay? And also that eliminates the stinky towel syndrome, which I really, really dislike. And that's why sometimes I have to run my laundry several times. Okay, so if you guys have any questions about that, let me know. I'm going to put up a couple more videos, and I'm trying to be somewhat short about it. The technology, I really feel like it's different, so I want to be pretty thorough about it. But definitely, I do expect you guys to have questions. So please post your questions, and if there's a specific product, and I can do a live demo, I will definitely do that for you. Okay, so on to the next video. Thanks for watching.